Mic check 1 2. We'll get started in just a moment. Wow, I cannot tell you how excited I am. I have been practicing somatic exercises and release for years and excitedly sharing it with the entire world around me, whoever's open enough to listen, in relation to healing wounds and releasing past traumas that are stuck within our being. And while that's not my lane, I'm excited to report that psychology is now prioritizing somatic healing practices. Whereas before there was this large spectrum of modalities and theories to dissect and dive into and focus on, especially with healing any kind of trapped emotions within your body, it was literally on the last part of the list of modalities to look at when I first started digging into this, just probably around 2018. And now it's showing up as becoming the most important way to release past wounds, because our fascia, the tissue in our bodies, stores emotional memory. And while talk therapy can be important to help rewire and to navigate life in a different way, when you go to talk therapy and just perpetuate your chaos in these rooms, you can sometimes make your situation worse. So, very excited to share this. And also, somatic practices are and have been a part of what I do since day one. So, I really wanted to share this message with you guys today. I, in particular, have had my own journey of healing my own wounds and my own chaos that has been trapped in my body, which I am still on that path. It's not an overnight thing. I need to create a disclaimer that states, if anyone tells you something happens overnight, they are lying to you. It's a process. It takes time. It's an unraveling. And just as those things are an unraveling, what we are going to go through today is an unraveling in such a similar way. I would argue almost a more effective way than anything else I've done before. Hear me out. Our last session, for those who have been following, for anyone who's new as well, this is just data for you. It's a recap for others. We discussed leadership core values and how to really decipher them based on the way that your body feels, and to really understand how to live in complete alignment with that. So really connecting the mind and the body to navigate decisions and life and core values is one of the most important things a leader could do. Today's session is going to be about instantly pivoting away from fear by using a somatic modality. So, very excited to share today's session with you all. Very excited for the progress that is healing past wounds. I do believe that each and every one of us is capable of coming out of the other side completely away from having to endure those pains and to live in any sort of chaos in your life. If you learn how to navigate things in a conscious way. The leaders that I work with, I notice if they're having any sort of chaos in their business, 100 times out of each time, 100% of the time, sorry, 100% of the time, they're having the same exact issues at home, in their relationships, in their circles, sometimes with themselves. The business and personal life is not so different. And I highly recommend, if you are more inclined to want to work with a therapist and go in that direction, seek a somatic therapist to help you get past your patterns and your wounds. At least try it out, see if it's for you. What I do is effective in just a different, slightly pivoted way, right? I hyper-focus on CEOs, business owners, high-level leaders, anyone who's really wanting to get serious about getting past their past chaos. So that's my expertise. I've walked the walk, I've been through the fire, I've been forged, and I am still growing myself. I am far from perfect, but I have come a long way, and I'm very happy to share the wisdom from what I have learned, from getting past my own chaos, my own wounds, and learning how to trust my body, learning how to trust my instincts, and I think most importantly, my intuition. So with that said, if you're joining today and this is one of your first with me, please find a safe, quiet space where you can just relax, fully just dive into the moment with what we discussed today on our meditation. Each meditation I do ranges anywhere from 10 to about 30 minutes, sometimes a little longer, very rarely a little less. And have an open mind, open heart. If you don't feel called to pull forward or to endure this practice, go at your own pace. There's no pressure. Everybody has their own path. Everyone's building their own muscles. I only ask of you to try your best not to have any shame, internal shame for yourself, for where you're at. Just accept and know that you're building the muscle. It's a practice. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. I'd like you to take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Let it travel all the way down into your stomach. Now exhale slowly through your mouth. Allow your shoulders to soften. Again, inhale slowly. Exhale longer than the inhale. Allow the tension to leave your body. You're not here to perform. This is a recalibration. Last week you discovered your true north, your core leadership values, and today we're going to install something powerful, a decision filter. Every leader I know is brilliant, yet they still struggle because they make decisions from a place of pressure, from a place of chaos instead of alignment. This looks like urgency, fear, external expectations, overthinking. Today we remove the noise and install a clean internal system. This system is a way of deciding that protects your energy, your focus, and your future. Now go ahead and take another breath in through your nose and release through your mouth. Allow your body to settle. Go ahead and close your eyes and bring your attention to your feet. Feel the ground beneath them. Notice the weight of your body. Feel the seat supporting you. Now bring your attention to your breath. There's nothing you need to change, just notice it. Your nervous system has the wisdom to know how to regulate when you allow it. Notice your jaw. Allow it to soften. Notice your forehead. Let it smooth. Notice your shoulders. Allow them to drop. The body relaxes. The mind follows. And when the mind becomes quiet, clarity becomes available. Now, imagine the inside of your mind. Imagine it as a room. For many leaders, this room becomes crowded. There's too many voices, opinions, expectations, clients, team members, family. Perhaps it's social media, past experiences, fear of making the wrong move. All of these noises are speaking at once. And when that happens, you begin making decisions just to escape the pressure. These decisions aren't always aligned. Sometimes they're chosen just to make the discomfort stop. Notice how that feels in your body. The tension, the urgency, the tightness. Now imagine stepping back into that room. You begin gently lowering the volume of the noise, one voice at a time. Lower. 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 Until the room becomes quiet. There's a sense of peace now. Tranquility. openness, expansiveness in this quiet space. And you can finally hear yourself again. Enjoy that feeling. It's yours to own. Now, bring to mind your core values that you identified last week. The ones that define who you're becoming. See each of them written in front of you, one by one. And notice how each value carries a different energy, a different strength. These values are not ideas. These are compasses. They show you where to move. Now imagine these values forming a gate in front of you. Every decision must pass through this gate. Nothing enters your life without passing this filter. Picture the value that you first came up with. Let's say it's integrity. Imagine a decision approaching the gate, and if it aligns with integrity, the gate opens. Your body relaxes. If it violates integrity, the gate stays closed. Your body contracts. Now see the second value. Maybe it's growth. Imagine a decision approaching again. Does it move you forward? Does it challenge you in the right direction? If yes, the gate opens. If not, the gate stays closed. Now imagine the third value, perhaps freedom. Does this decision support the life you are building? Or does it trap you in something that drains you? Your body knows. Your nervous system knows. Pause here. Allow the system to install. Now bring to mind a real decision you are currently facing. It's not something hypothetical here, it's something real, something active in your life right now. Hold it gently in your awareness. Now run that decision through your first value. Notice what your body does. Does your chest expand? Does your breath deepen? Or does something tighten? Trust the signal. Now run it through your second value. Notice again. Expansion or contraction? Now the third value. Feel your body's response. Your body is not guessing. It is not aimless. It's responding to alignment. Expansion means yes. Contraction means pause. Your nervous system is now becoming your decision compass. Now imagine the future version of yourself, the leader who fully trusts this process. See them clearly. Notice how they move, how they speak, how they decide. They aren't rushed. They're not reactive. They're not easily influenced. They have something most people do not: clarity. Every decision passes through their values. Every commitment respects their energy. Every action supports their future. Now step into this version of yourself. Feel your posture change. Feel your breathing become steady. Feel the quiet confidence. And repeat silently in your mind: my values filter my decisions. My decisions shape my life. I choose alignment over urgency. Now pause and let these words settle in. Now imagine a moment in the coming week. Someone asks for your time, your attention, your energy. In the past, you might have said yes automatically. Now watch yourself pause. You take one breath and you run the request through your values. And your answer becomes clear. Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes it's no. Either way, it is aligned. Notice how much calmer your body feels. Notice how much energy you save. Notice how leadership begins to feel simpler. This is the power of a decision filter. Now take a slow breath in and a long breath out. Place your hand over your heart and say internally, I trust my values. I trust my clarity. I trust my decisions. Take one final breath. Feel your body. Feel the room around you. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. You can release your hand. You are now operating with a completely different system. One that protects your energy. One that sharpens your leadership. And one that ensures your life moves in a direction that actually is some direction you want to go. This is the power of aligned decisions. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for trusting me to guide you through these meditations every week. I have a few journal prompts for you and an invitation. I have a school community called Mind Muscle Academy that caters to leaders, CEOs, business owners, anyone really wanting to get to the next level in their life and rewire their subconscious mind. If you are interested in joining, check it out on School. There's a 7-day free trial. If you are interested in going deeper in, let's talk and we'll discuss options. Right now I'm looking for my aligned people. So if this feels right for you, let's have a conversation. If not, that's cool too. Wish you peace either way. Now let's go to our journal prompts for today's session. The first journal prompt is going to be, what are my 3 to 5 top leadership values? The second question, what decision in my life currently feels misaligned? My third question, what decision this week will prove I am honoring my values? This week's challenge, before you have any meaningful decision, I'd like for you to pause and ask, does this pass my values filter? If it doesn't, you already know the answer. Comment filter installed once you complete this meditation. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you next week.